Hey there, so today we have another review, and this is a beer courtesy of Jeff, so thank you so much. This is from Pizza Boy. This is Sunny Side Up Coffee Stout, Imperial Coffee Stout, 9.5%. But if you see the sticker on the label right there, that is a special edition with pumpkin, cinnamon, nutmeg, and allspice added. So it's actually from fall, but we're reviewing it right after Christmas, so let's dig into it. So it works with the flavor profile. Beer comes in a black color, a little bit of brown sticking to the glass. You get a medium to medium plus brown fluffy head on there. Let's get the aroma on this one. Oh, wow. It jumps out with something that reminds you of something like a Starbucks pumpkin frappuccino or whatever they call it. It has that prominent coffee flavor. This one, if anything, is a little bit more dark and roasty, some chocolate flavors dancing in there as well. And then you get that nice bump of familiar cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice. But really, the coffee is quite dominant on this one. It's almost when some people I think just like throw a little bit of cinnamon into their black coffee and sort of get that. But there is some sweetness underlying there as well. It smells awesome. Cheers. Some caramel. Brown sugar. Very nice on the palate. Up front, it almost has this flavor of vanilla, even though there's no vanilla in here. Reason for that is because a lot of the flavors here combine to remind you of a dessert. There is that residual sweetness that rides through, this kind of sweet, chocolatey, chocolate syrup kind of flavor, but it ends up riding out to a little bit more darker on the back end. Up front, you also get this really nice kind of sweetened cold brew kind of quality. The coffee is very forward on this beer, but then you also get that familiar pumpkin pie spicing. Not too aggressive. It's not a spicy cinnamon per se. Instead, it's just those blend of flavors that you'd have in a pumpkin pie. There's a sticky sweetness. There's a velvety quality to it. Medium plus to full mouthfeel. Sweetness not too cloying, whereas the roast sort of cuts through that. On the back end, you get a little bit more of that kind of roast to sort of dry out the beer. Very nice. I'm very much enjoying it. I think more brewers should try out their pumpkin spice beers into the vessel that is something like a stout, Imperial Stout. This has got to be one of the best in my mind of that kind of pumpkin beer qualification category. I like these flavors in a stout, and the coffee bumps it up to another level. You're playing with all these fun flavors. It almost has this kind of Starbucks, pumpkin frappuccino kind of flavor, but instead of being overly sweet and confectionery, this one rides on a good amount of this kind of cold brew, dark black coffee kind of flavor, which helps balance out that sweetness behind the beer and also the spices. So very nice stuff. As for rating, let's go with a 95 on this one. I'm very much enjoying it. Happy holidays. Until next time, cheers. Later.